Hey guys, what's up? Brandon here. A little story time. So, to get to know more about me, I thought I'd tell you guys a story about when I was a kid. So, my parents always told me when I was a kid, I always learned how to climb before I could walk. And me and my sister, when we were kids, we used to always hang out and do fun stuff together and kind of like plot. And so, me and her one day we're just kind of hanging around the house, and at that time my parents had we were living in this little apartment. It was one room, and it was my parents and me and my sister sleeping in this room all together in this little tiny apartment in Oregon. They lived in Oregon at the time, and we lived pretty close to my grandparents, so we would always go to my grandparents' house, and we'd always go and hang out. And me and my sister loved to play over there, but so one time, my grandparents helped make brownies with us, me and my sister, and so we would go and make brownies with my grandma all the time, and we did it this one time. She's like, "Oh, here," and she gave to my parents a big giant 5-gallon bag filled with chocolate cakes mix so we could make our own brownies at home. And so my parents like, okay, cool, we'll have this at my house. But anyways, one night I decided to wake up my sister, and because I was bored and I couldn't sleep, so I climbed out of my crib and woke my sister up and said, "Let's go outside and play." So we would go outside. We went outside of the room, and then I think we tried to get outside the door and get outside and play outside, but we couldn't open the door, so we ended up giving up on that. We climbed around the living room trying to figure out what to do. We climbed on top of the couch, we're bouncing on there for a little bit. We tried to be quiet so as to not wake my parents. But after that, we remembered about the brownies that grandma had given my parents. So we were like, "Oh, brownies. I want brownies now." So me and my sister set out to go and make brownies, and nothing was getting in our way. As we were going, we had to go past the hallway, and then we snuck into the bathroom to go get toilet paper because we needed toilet paper to climb on top of. Now, we didn't know this at the time, but toilet paper is not the greatest material to climb up. But so we grabbed that and we went into the kitchen. We crawled, and we saw, or we we didn't know where it was, and we were trying to like see where it was, and we were looking on the counter and we saw all this stuff, but we didn't see the cake mix. But that didn't stop us. So as we were going, we threw the toilet paper up onto the counter to try to climb it, and I had my sister go and pull on it, and she tugged on it and then fell backwards onto her back, and I was like, "No, Haley, Haley, no, please come back." And she's like, "I'm okay, I'm okay." And so I helped her up, and we came, and we're crawling to find this way up the counter, up onto the counter to try to get this brownies that we wanted so badly. So we ended up finding all the drawers, and we're like, we can make a staircase. So slowly, one by one, we pulled out all the kitchenware from the drawers and opening them up. And we opened them, and we opened them in a way to make a little staircase. And she knew I was a better climber, so she's like, "Here, hop on my back, and I'll lift you up." And so my sister lifted me up onto this makeshift stairway that we fell, and each one onto this she helped me onto this makeshift stairway that we made, and then each one after I'd stepped on it, I totally knocked it out of the drawer hinges or whatever. But all the drawers were lying on the floor, and I told my sister, "Get out of the way, I'm going." She's running across the floor, and she slipped because she was on her little socks, and she slipped and hit her face. And I was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And she's like, "I'm okay. You're good to go. Keep going, keep going." So I'm on the counter, and she's my eyes in the sky, and she's trying to find and figure out where all this brownie mix is. And we were so determined to get that. We were a team. We were the best team ever. We should have signed up for Navy SEALs. We were so good. She's like, breaker, 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 breaker. We got eyes on the prize. 2 o'clock, and there it was on top of the fridge. And we saw it. It was like rays from heaven on this brown mix of chocolate and sugar. And we were like, yeah. And so she guided me towards past the sink. I had to climb through the sink. I knocked over a dish or two. I'm surprised my parents hadn't woken up for this. I'm pretty sure they were gone or something like that, and they hadn't seen us, so we were all alone. But we went to go get the cake mix, and she's guiding me. She's like, "Oh, climb up there, climb up there, climb up on the side, on the broom." And I was like, "I can't do that. Get me a chair." And so he got a chair. She put it against the back of the fridge, and I climbed onto top of the edge of the chair, and then I was pulling the bag, and I pulled the bag, and it pulled off, and it almost knocked me off the chair, but it knocked onto the ground, and it boom, all over the floor. The bag of chocolate cakes mix went. And me and my sister were so proud. We're like, yes, mission accomplished. And so we decided, now that we gotten what we wanted, we decided we would go and spread it all across the floor to make this beautiful, beautiful icing rink now, because we got bored. We didn't know how to make brownies. So we thought we'd just spread it out and that'll magically help make us brownies. But by the time my parents got home, they were so mad. My dad, I swear, got as red as Mars. But he was just furious, and my mom just laughed. And somehow he came up and picked me up, and I rubbed all the chocolate on his nose, and he was just laughing and smiling and playing with us. And he set us down and decided, instead of getting upset at us, he would go and take a picture. So forever I have a picture immortalized of me and my sister going and on this adventure together to get chocolate cake mix in the middle of the night. Well, anyways, hope you guys liked that story. If you want to hear more stories, please tell me. And if you want to suggest anything for me to do, then go ahead and suggest. Hope you guys liked this video, and you'll see some more later. Bye!